164. Members of the human race, hold ye fast by the cord which no man can sever. This will indeed profit you all the days of your life, for its strength is of God, the Lord of all worlds. Cleave ye to justice and fairness, and turn away from the whisperings of the foolish, them that are estranged from God, that have decked their heads with the ornament of the learned, and have condemned to death him who is the fountain of wisdom. My name hath uplifted them to lofty grades, and yet no sooner did I reveal myself to their eyes than they, with manifest injustice, pronounce the sentence of my death. Thus hath our pen revealed the truth, and yet the people are sunk in heedlessness. Whoso cleaveth to justice can under no circumstances transgress the limits of moderation. He discerneth the truth in all things through the guidance of him who is the all-seeing. The civilization so often vaunted by the learned exponents of arts and sciences will, if allowed to overleap the bounds of moderation, bring great evil upon men. Thus warneth you he who is the all-knowing. If carried to excess, civilization will prove as prolific a source of evil as it had been of goodness when kept within the restraints of moderation. Meditate on this, O people, and be not of them that wander distraught in the wilderness of error. The day is approaching when its flame will devour the cities, when the tongue of grandeur will proclaim, the kingdom is God's, the Almighty, the All-Praised. All other things are subject to this same principle of moderation. Render thanks unto thy Lord, who hath remembered thee in this wondrous tablet. All praise be to God, the Lord of the glorious throne. Were any man to ponder in his heart that which the pen of the Most High hath revealed, and to taste of its sweetness, he would of a certainty find himself emptied and delivered from his own desires, and utterly subservient to the will of the Almighty. Happy is the man that hath attained so high a station, and hath not deprived himself of so bountiful a grace. In this day, we can neither approve the conduct of the fearful that seeketh to dissemble his faith, nor sanction the behaviour of the avowed believer that clamorously asserteth his allegiance to this cause. Both should observe the dictates of wisdom and strive diligently to serve the best interests of the faith. Let every man observe and meditate on the conduct of this wronged one. We have, ever since the dawn of this revelation until the present time, refused either to hide ourselves from our enemies or to withdraw from the companionship of our friends. Though encompassed with a myriad griefs and afflictions, we have with mighty confidence summoned the peoples of the earth to the dayspring of glory. The pen of the Most High is disinclined to recount in this connection the woes it hath suffered. To reveal them would no doubt plunge into sorrow the favoured among the faithful, they that truly uphold the unity of God and are wholly devoted to his cause. He verily speaketh the truth, and is the all-hearing, the all-knowing. Our life hath, for the most part, been spent in the midst of our enemies. Witness how we are at present living in a nest of serpents. This holy land hath been mentioned and extolled in all the sacred scriptures. In it hath appeared the prophets of God and his chosen ones. This is the wilderness in which all the messengers of God have wandered, from which their cry, here am I, O my God, was raised. This is the promised land in which he who is the revelation of God was destined to be made manifest. This is the veil of God's unsearchable decree, the snow-white spot, the land of unfading splendor. Whatever hath come to pass in this day hath been foretold in the scriptures of old. These same scriptures, however, unanimously condemn the people that inhabit this land. They have at one time been stigmatized as the generation of vipers. Behold how this wronged one is now, whilst surrounded by a generation of vipers, calling aloud and summoning all men to him who is the world's ultimate desire, the summit and dayspring of glory. Happy is the man that hath hearkened to the voice of him who is the Lord of the kingdom of utterance. And woe betide the heedless, they that have strayed far from his truth.